Hi, I'm Max, and the creative mind Eat the Rich Art. I use he, him, and they, them pronouns, and if that didn't clock you in, I'm non-binary. I'm non-binary, to be specific. I'm trans mask. Like, I'm a boy, but I'm also not, sometimes. Like, and I'm a guy, but I'm not a man, like, if that makes sense. Like, non-gender left boy. And it's also like a bit fluid, like I don't like wearing skirts. I don't like being a woman. I don't like being feminine, but also like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the gender. I did say at the start of the video, I use he, him, they, them. I also use it, its, and some neo pronouns, but if you're not on board with that, that's fine. You don't have to call me them. I just like them sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about my gender because this video isn't about my gender. This video is... oh, I'm losing the will to speak, the ability. I'm losing a lot of things. My gender's one of them. Video, non-binary, crochet. I'm going to make crochet plushies in the non-binary flag colours. We got there eventually. If you're not familiar with the non-binary flag, it's on the screen somewhere, probably, if I remember to do that. It's purple and white and yellow and black, and it's probably not in that order because I've not looked at that flag in a while because I personally don't like it. But then I don't like the combination of yellow and purple in general, so that's probably why. Welcome to the flag video. I'm going to make that flag now that I've just said I don't like. So the plan is I'm making bees, I'm making frogs, I'm making whales, I'm making axolotls. We as a community like all of those animals, so they're going to be made, right? That's the start. That's the start of the video. I've been making those in every video because they're a pretty universally enjoyed thing, both in and out of the Pride community, but also the Pride community likes those animals quite a lot. Then I would like to make one of these guys with a non-binary flag on his back. This is my pattern. If you're watching this towards the end of June, he's releasing at the start of July on my Ko-fi store as a pattern. The plushies should already be up on the store if you would like to buy a pre-made one for yourself. I currently only have EU and UK shipping on the store. That's just because it's really hard to work out shipping costs for anywhere else, especially once you start ordering multiple plushies. So if you want to ship to other places, you're going to need to drop me a message either through Ko-fi or on my Instagram or in the comments even here. Just letting me know what you want and like vaguely where you're based so that I can work out what the shipping is and put a custom listing up for you. So if you want any of this and you're not based in the UK or EU, drop me a message. Anyway, I want to make one of those. I also want to make one of these guys, but with the non-beanie flag on. Because they're cute, basically. And that's most of the reason. My other thought was penguins already have 3. No. Penguins already have 2 of the colours on. They already are white and black and grey. So if I can swap the grey for yellow or purple, that might be cute. I might make a little non-binary penguin. I would also like to make something patchworky because I feel like a lot of us have to patchwork our genders together because we do not have the language for whatever this is adequately in society, because society does not function for whatever this is currently. So I think some patchwork things will be cute, and then that'll also be a cute way to maybe do a couple of different flags under the non-binary umbrella. I might slip a couple of gender fluid flags into this video because I think that'll be cute. But yeah, that's the plan, right? And then the other thing I would like to make is I would like to make the classic non-binosaur, who will be a dinosaur in the non-binary flag colours because he's a non-binosaur. Yeah, that's the plan. That's all the things I have on my list. So I'm going to go make keychains probably while I decide what the first big plushie is going to be, and then I'll be back to fill you in on the things that I've thought. So I'll see you in a bit. I return with things. So, right, we have 2 NBs, because they're non-binary, they're NBs. I'm so funny. That's not a joke that 10,000 people have made before. Yeah, classic, normal, lemon yellow, white, lilac and black in the Jan Smith Chenille Chunky. So those are done. And then I did also make, I really overstuffed this guy, Jesus, he's round. 2 ales as well. I'm very glad that it's got a row of purple where the eyes are, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to see them at all. But luckily, because there's 2 colours on the stripes of the eyes, it's fine. Yeah, so that is the 4 keychains for this video made. So the next things to do are to make the axolotls and the frogs, and then the hoodie bear and the capybara. And I've decided that the big patterns I want to make for this flag are going to be a dinosaur. I might reuse the same dinosaur that I'm using for the bi flag, so I don't have to test 2, but I'm kind of tempted to make a non-binary brontosaurus, because I love my Bronto pattern. It's the one by Kaylee Crochets. I'm not sure. We'll get to that when we get to that. We will find a dinosaur pattern that works, right? And then I also, like I discussed, I want to make a patchwork item of some kind, whether that's a bunny or a bear or something, to sort of replicate the patching together of identities that non-binary can feel like sometimes. So that is the plan for the rest of the video. I'm going to go and do that, and then I will return with those plushies once I have them ready. I return with non-beanie beanses. Misty, can we not? Please. Wait, troublemaker. Down we get. Down we get. Stop having thoughts. Misty. Stop having thoughts. Okay, should stop causing chaos. Yes, no beanie beans. Girl Who Knocks pattern available for free on her Instagram or for a PDF on her website. I think that one is a couple of Australian dollars or something, but yeah, free on her Instagram. We have fluff on a foot. Yeah, we have lemon yellow. This is all Jan Smith's, lemon yellow, white, lilac and black. And we have 2 of them, so they can go in the bag. Will they even fit in the bag? We'll find out. And then the other thing I made was the Loretta's Loops axolotls. So we have the first one, which is the one where the body is the flag and the flaps are a plain colour. So this again, lemon yellow, white, lilac and black. Just really like the way these turn out. They're just really cute. So we'll see how they went at the market. I think that video is probably out by the time this one comes out, but I'm not entirely sure. So you'll have to check my channel, I guess. Then the next thing we have is, sorry if you keep seeing me look over there, the cat is being the cat. Then we have this one, which is the white body with the flag colours on the flaps, the same colours as before. Stop thinking. I see you. Yes, that's why I told you to stop. Thank you. Right, and then finally we have the mauve in, or is it mauve? I don't know, in Parfait. Just finished off this scrap that I had of it, and then I've used the Jan Smiths to do the whole flag in the flaps because it's a different purple, so I thought that would look nice. I have realised that the tail flaps are a bit wonky, but hopefully whoever's buying the non-binary Pride axolotl won't mind that tail flaps are a bit wonky. That's everything I have to show you for this part of the video. We have a capybara, a hoodie bear, and then a couple of extra bits. I think I'm doing a non-binosaur and then some sort of spooky patchwork guy thing. for this video, so I'm going to go make the things I have patterns for while I try and work out what pattern I want to use for the other two things, and then I'll come back and show you those once I am ready to. Hello and happy bank holiday weekend. If you want to know why I am in an American football jersey despite being the least sporty person known to man, it's because it's currently 30 degrees in the UK. Ow. And I don't want any comments of 30 degrees, man, that's cold. We don't have aircon, and our houses are built to keep in heat, and I have an indoor cat that thinks cars are fun to play with, so we can't open any of the windows particularly wide. We have a fan. I've ordered a portable aircon unit because it's just got unbearable. She started playing with a ball because it's actually cool enough for her to play this morning, even though it's still 26 degrees right now. We're living with as much comfort as we can get. This is breathable. We're happy. I've also dyed my hair because we're getting close to Prides and to download and things, so I like to have my bright coloured hair for that. So hair is fixed. It's no longer sticking up at all angles. We're cut, we're dyed, we're fine. We're in as comfy clothes as we can get. So I am mainly back, not because it's warm though, I'm back because I have things to show you. So to start with, we have Mr. Capybara. I've gone back to the Ruston Vanilla Fudge Combi, even though I have a bit of a latte around, just because that's what I had out at the time, to be perfectly honest. So this is, again, lemon yellow, white, lilac, black, in Yarn Smiths, rust and vanilla fudge in Yarn Smiths, and this boy will be out on my Ko-fi store as a pattern on the 5th of July. No, the 10th of July, I think. I'll pop it up on the screen. It should be the 10th of July for people to buy and make him. I wanted to have him out by Pride season, but that wouldn't have been fair on the people doing the Pride crochet along because they get it for free as part of that challenge, so I wanted to have the full pattern available for purchase after everyone's finished, which will be 10th of July. So, Mr. Pride Cappy. And then the second thing we have is the Nooks Hooks Hoodie Bear. Again, gone back down to the rust, even though I've got one here actually. I do like the way the latte looks. We've gone for rust for the Envy Bear. It's just what I had. Again, to be perfectly honest. So, he's got his face shaping, though his head's got a bit wonky because it's been in a bag. Face shaping, he's got his little ears, he's got his hood on. We're happy with him. He looks good. I like him. So that is that one, all done and all ready to go, which means the last things that we need to make for this video are a non-binosaur. I think I'm going to use my Brontosaurus pattern, probably doing yellow, and then borrow Ali from Crochet in the Mud's idea of putting spots on the bum in the rest of the Pride colours to make it a bit more subtle, because I'm also a bit low on subtle Pride stuff. So that's going to be the non-binosaur, and then I have a patchwork bunny that I've made before that I'm just going to make each bit in a different colour on the flag, and that will be the last one for this video. So I'm going to go and make that, and I will be back to show it once it's done, and then I'll give you a recap of everything we've made. So I'll see you in a bit. Hello, and we are back. Let me just adjust the video. Right, back with the final few things. Before I show you the last two things, I am going to run you through just a recap of what we've made so far and how much stock that will add to the table. So we started off with 4 keychains, 2 L's and 2 B's. These will be £4 each, so that's £16 in total. Then we made 2 frogs. This is Beans the Frog by The Girl Who Knots. These will be £6 each, that's £12, which brings us to £28 in total of stock. Axolotls, we have 3 of them. These will be £8 each, so that's another £24 worth of stock, which will take us up to, what were we at? 16, 28. So we will be up to £42 worth of stock. The next thing was a hoodie bear. This guy will be £15, that takes us to £57 worth of stock. The capybara will be £20, so that's £77 worth of stock. And then finally, we have, I can't remember the makers for either of these patterns. They will be linked in the spreadsheet in the description. So I started by making a non-binosaur. This is a new pattern for me, so his head's a little wonky, but I think he's really cute, especially from the side. He's just adorable. So I made his main body colour yellow, and then he has the rest of the flag in his stripes, because I was running quite low by the end of it on the rest of these colours, but had loads of yellow left, so I decided to make the main body colour yellow. I'm really happy with how he turned out with his little beady eyes, because I feel like dinosaurs should have little beady eyes and it's adorable. So that's one of those. I think I'm going to charge £15 for this guy, so we're at £77 worth of stock, if I remember right. 4 keychains is 16. Frogs and the axolotls all together were 36. Something like that. Give me a sec, let me do maths. I'll be back. Yeah, 77, I was correct. So with this guy being 15, that is going to be 87, £92 worth of stock. And then finally we have a little patchwork bunny. This guy is going to be £12. So that brings us up to £109 worth of stock in total, I think. So this guy has purple as his main body colour with purple accents in a different shade, and then the rest of the flag is all of the different bits. I am so glad I had a ball of parfait left in purple, because I was running so low by the end of this on yellow, purple and white and black that being able to pull in another ball of purple really helped me out with finishing. And that is everything that I have. So this is the Pride series finished now, which is very exciting. I'm very excited to take all of this to market and hope that people are really going to enjoy it. I'm so happy with everything that I've made. Let me know in the comments which your favourite thing is that you've made. I think over the space of the series we've made quite a lot of stock. I'm not sure on the final number, I'll pop that up on screen somewhere, but I'm really happy with the progress that we've made and with how adorable everything is. I'm feeling very prepared now for my Pride markets. I just need to go through and tag all of this at some point, which is going to be a long process, but it's well worth doing. And yeah, I think that's everything I have to say, so let me know in the comments which one was your favourite. Like, share, subscribe, check out my store if you want to see if there's any of this left. I'm not entirely sure when that'll be going up, it depends. I'm very busy in June, so I will get it up as soon as I'm humanly and physically able to, but I can't promise it'll be a certain date. And yeah, things to say. Hype if you can hype, like if you want to, share it if you can. Subscribe if you'd like to see the doing Pride markets as a, not Pride markets in particular, doing any markets as a chronically ill crocheter will be coming at some point in July. So that's my next video that I have filmed and I'm excited to share. There'll be a yarn review coming at some point in July as well, if I can get that all done, edited in time. Yeah. And by now my video of how my Pride market went selling all of this should be out, so check that out if you're interested. My store is also in the description. I think I've already said that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just rambling now, so I'm going to go because I think I've said all of the things I needed to tell you. So thank you again for watching and have a nice day.